Good morning, everybody. Deep Thought Cycle. And off the bike today for a plethora of reasons. I slept about 35 minutes last night, and can't go to work is not part of my vocabulary, unfortunately. You know, about 5:20, when I was finally able to go to sleep, I had a question. Well, when you have a driver coming up at 6:40, do you actually sleep? Or do you stay awake? I heard the catnapping is healthy. So the cat nap. So before I went to bed, I was like thinking, oh, I'm not so tired. But man, you get a little bit of sleep and wake up, and it's like, oh man, you almost say that you can't, and you don't want to, but you can never really say that, because then you'll doom your mission, right? And the mission must be accomplished. You know, yesterday, I know you guys don't know, I've been having the DVT thing. It was pretty painful yesterday. I mean, yesterday I got 7 hours of sleep, which was a miracle of humanity. And I got my wife to bring me a bucket of hot water and put my leg in it, my foot in it, and wrap my towel in hot, wet rags, and that was awesome. That's like homeopathic wisdom, right? For the hurt man's leg. And it was awesome. But it's like, you know, it's hard because, like, getting up, just initial movement and stuff. It's like I had to lay on my bike, the back of my wife's back, and have her carry me halfway to the bathroom, and then push myself to walk myself the other half. That's pretty important. Like that last half, at least you got to try it, right? You know, I went to work yesterday and have an adventure of unfortunate events that I got to tell you guys about. Spectacular events. Just wait until you know. Number one, we're using the GoPro again. I'm sorry, the Garmin, because the Pixel, for some reason, I don't know why, the video camera just like cropped the hell out, zoomed in. Kind of interesting Canon style photography, like art class video. Let's see if these guys have seen my son. Let's see here. And yeah. 你看到我的大的儿子有没有？没有见到啊，这个。So here we are.
啊，都不行啊。
呀，妈，好痛，今天。我说跟你说我要睡觉，今天还有我不跟你说。
睡觉。
我不用睡觉。
啊，睡觉麻烦了。
麻烦，没关系，没关系。老师，我们有试机器吗？
太晚了，他约了人了。
西西 Steven 不好意思，我有试机器还有不可能，不可能试机器了。
太晚，他约人了。
哟，麻烦。我是老人，你今天。我给人有说话，有我的有 vlog。Steven， 你可以给他们说你好。
啊？
说你好。
你好。
这是 YouTube 的东西。So anyways, I went out and I got the camera and I was using the phone, the Pixel phone, right? And it just wasn't very good with the camera like that. I have no idea why. I thought I zoomed out. Found out there's like a 4:3 ratio, and I changed that settings to 69, but I just thought this camera does a much better job, right? So here we are, back with the Garmin. No more craziness with the phone, right? And how did that trip go, right? Well, in real life, that was the day before yesterday, and necessity never made a bargain, or something. Is what they say, right? Steven, 有事情有，当然我有买纸巾，有东西。
买什么？
有纸巾。
纸巾？
对。
后面有。
好多纸巾。
后面。
后面你有好多吗？
是，你后面。
哦，飞起来了。有多不多？ Okay. Kuri lang ma. Yung gamala. So I get toilet paper. I got a cold, right? So it was very beautiful, right? You're going to school. Good morning. So what happened is, so I went there and necessity never made a bargain. And that's so true. I tried to get the TV and I got home and here's what's up with the TV. The TV was sold to me as a 42-inch TV. And when I got home, the TV was like 38 inches. And I held up my other LG TV. My wife and Bobby held it up next to the real TV, and we called them up and we said, "Hey, what's up?" And I chatted with them, and they said, "Oh well, we said it was a 42 package. It wasn't really 40. It says on the box 42 LCD." And I asked the guy several times, "It's 42 inches." I told him it looks small. And when I call this asshole snakes, they're like, "Oh yeah, like it's 42, not 42 inches. It's the 42 package." Come on. Yo, tell me, yeah. So they said it was a 42 package. So they cheated me, and it was like they cheated me pretty good, but I got pretty cheap, and I was pretty pissed about it. But what am I gonna do? Well, what I did is I held up the picture and I sent it to him, and I started fighting about it. And it's really funny because I just saw after I sent the picture that half of the picture was like half naked me and my shorts falling down. I'm trying to take a picture and it's the reflection of the TV. But I told him I'm going to fight him about it and to send me like 300 yen refund. And I said I got them on video telling me that it was 42 inches. I mean, I clearly asked them and they're just trying to cheat me, but it works. And I tried to set it up with our Nexus player. We got a Nexus player. We had that for a long time. And they updated to the Android 8. And before I had a custom ROM on it. With Android 8, you can't get past the setup. I got to turn it on and set it up, install my VPN. But the problem is in China is it wants to connect to the internet before it lets you get into the main program on the Nexus player. And if you don't have a VPN running, then you can't get into the program. So it's a catch-22. Well, how do I get it started past the setup screen if I can't get in to start the VPN? So try to share my make a hotspot with my phone, run use the hotspot and tether it to my laptop, like connect the USB from my phone to my laptop, and from the laptop, you know, make a hotspot with a Wi-Fi card and let the Android connect to the Wi-Fi. And I'm having a really hard time in Windows 10 getting the tethering to work. It's really tough. It's a pain in the ass. And I can get it to work really good in Linux, but the problem is Linux, it doesn't use the same ad hoc method for making hotspots that Android uses, and I'm having a hard time making that work. And that took me like hours and hours of pain in the ass to try to do. So my only last option is to use a Bluetooth and try to share Bluetooth internet and then make a hotspot using the internet coming in from Bluetooth. It'll be pretty slow, but maybe it'll work. And I'll try it like that. If that doesn't work, then I gotta get like a custom ROM, which is a year old, and I hear the custom ROMs are not working very good with all the updates, but that's an only option if I want to use the Nexus player, and I need the Nexus player to plug the hard drive into, and play Netflix for my kids. That way they don't camp out on YouTube. I'd intended so my wife could focus on classes and one student could take a break and stop. And so that's what we're trying to do, and it was really hard. And that's not all. I got that hard drive. I told you guys the 1 TB hard drive. Yeah, 1,500 pain in the ass. I got that. And I was pretty tired, you know. And when I got home, I was freaking out because I have like a big stack of old non-working hard drives, and that drive came from a Seagate backup drive. But the drive itself, you know, I always assumed it was Seagate. I was tired, and then I look at it, and the drive I have was a Samsung Momentum, and I'm like, oh no, I left my drive there and grabbed the guy's drive on mistake, and I was freaking out because there was like 2 TB of my kids' video library, because I spent a lot of years collecting the video library and downloading it and categorizing it for my kids, because we didn't always have Netflix and stuff like that, so I wanted to have something for their education. And it would suck to lose it all, and I'm so tired right now. I feel like I'm gonna die. So anyways, hold on a second here. Let me open it. 这边你有一个零度有没有？
你喝吧，我不要。
没有。So I got this. Sorry guys, hold on a second. So I was freaking out, and I said, well, I'm going to plug it in, and sure enough, it was my drive. So for some reason, there was a Samsung drive inside of a Seagate backup, which normally in China means that's fake, but it was a RAID configuration. There was two TB drives together in RAID. I wonder if that was like Seagate had a contract with Samsung that they were using Samsung drives or what. I don't know. But that's not all. So I was really refreshed that I got that drive and it wasn't missing after flipping out for like 20 minutes, searching my house, thinking that I lost it or I left it back. So I sat down and I'm busy and you know, my son Kwataqwa, he ran away. And he ran away at about 1 o'clock because he didn't want to do his schoolwork. And he wanted to camp out on YouTube, and my wife said, no, you got to do your work. And he said, no, you know, you can't, I don't have to do anything what you say. And he ran away. And so then he came back like briefly at 7 o'clock that night. And I told him, you know, he just shows, and he's autistic, right? He just showed up and he said, oh, hey, I'm back. Like, fuck everybody. And obviously he saw him walking with some people, and I said, oh man. I said, what about you? I don't know what I said about you. Special friends. He said, oh yeah, they're a lot nicer than your dad, and some smart ass replying, oh, well, you can just wait outside for a little bit, buddy, and think about it. And well, anyways, he decided just to run away again, and after being back briefly. So I was all stressed out about that, and I was tired, and I had 2 students' computers I had to fix, and I was sick, and the blood clot things in my leg were killing me. This was Sunday night, so I tried to change out my hard drive and give it to my kids, and in the process, in Linux, I managed to do something brilliant. I formatted my drive. It's called Storage Vault. And that was the main drive where I had the backups, and I didn't get a chance to make a current backup of my library. The most recent backup was in May, and I was going to do the backups, you know, just limited space, you know, and I formatted my drive with all my important data on it, and like the videos that I had making for the Kickstart project for Center of the Net. I had an unfinished video, and I had 2 more to make, and I know that project's been mothballed, but I still had the data files, and a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff back up on my kids' computer systems and my students' computer systems, but so I lost a lot of data. You know. So after doing that, I thought, well, I'll try some data recovery software. And unfortunately, it's an SSD drive, which I tried to recover partition with test disk. I used photo recover. I tried for hours the best I could. I tried Windows Recover. I tried Puriform, the Puriforms. I tried everything. And I was not able to recover one single thing. And last week I just got a bunch of, you know, during the holiday and over the past months I added a lot of books. And you know, I could add about 18 books to 20 books a day to the library. It takes a long time. The database updated. So all these books I lost. I didn't lose everything. I had some backups. I lost quite a bit of work, you know. I lost all my other stuff, the video stuff I made for the Center of the Net. So that was pretty stressful for me, And so I woke up the next morning and my leg hurt even more. And look at this guy, he's got a shirt on right here. His shirt says, "Don't worry, we all die alone." Oh no. That's that guy. So that was really stressful, and then of course Quataco wasn't home, so the next day I woke up and I tried to get ready, and I wanted to not go to work, but my leg hurt so bad, but I made it to work yesterday, and after work I came home and went to the police and made a paper for Quataco missing person report. That lasted till 12:30 in the morning at night, and 12:45. And in the past, I used to go out and look for Quataco when he ran away. But seeing as it's like a hardly walk, I couldn't do that or I'd die. I can't describe the immense pain. I was almost going to go to the doctor and get blood thinner stuff, but you know, the Chinese hospitals just want to take my money, and I know that blood clots can be self-heal, and so I try to meditate thoroughly, and I'm a little bit better today. I mean, my wife went out last night looking for him, and she didn't find him. And all these guys on YouTube, they're telling me, "Oh, wow, look at these big buildings. Nobody's gonna live there. Wow, so many big houses, big money, and nobody's gonna pay the bank back on those. Who knows? I don't know." Anyways, you know, it was pretty stressful, and I try to meditate, and I'm a little bit better today, and I had to just get my lessons prepared and transfer the data from Bobby's hard drive. I tried to mess with the Nexus before I went to bed, and I got 30 minutes of sleep. I'm worried about Quataco. I mean, I just couldn't go out and look for him. I've looked for him all the other times. But really, I'm like working to the max. And a lot of people on YouTube say, "Hey, well, yeah, your wife, she's crazy." And one of the guys, there's so many people, I don't know, it's strange. When I don't make videos, more people watch and make comments when I have absolutely no time to answer them right now. And so I'm going to try to answer all your comments and stuff. It's really cool to see everybody watching. And hit the subscribe button, right? And I'll be back on the bike, just don't worry, I will. But some people, some guy was a healthcare professional, and I can't recall, he commented on a video from a year ago when my wife was completely insanely evil and sick. And you're right, buddy, yeah, you got to be on their ass about taking medicine. I feel like I've been the healthcare worker for the last 15 years, 16 years, but yeah, it's just been me and my coping with learning how to treat her, and I'd be on top of her ass about her medicine, and she's ruined me to the ground, and you know, but that was a year ago. She's doing a little bit better now, and I'm not in a situation where I had a lot of alternatives. You know, China's not full of compassion, and it took all of my compassion. Now that I'm dying, she's more stable, and I've lost everything. I've abandoned all hope, and so on and so forth. Yet I still hope, and I still try, and I still go to work every day. And yeah. And, there's no way for me to take a day off, right? She's doing better. The consequences on Quataco are clear, and I don't have any alternatives really, so I'm working on alternatives. Oh, I got a phone call. What's that? What is that? Oh, let's see.
That's rather unfortunate, because Wednesday morning is not the same school.
Ja, det är så nytt alltså. much retake as class as I can. So I'm behind in getting my extra jobs. And there's light at the tunnel. I was able to find the books, this great collection of scholastic and even more awesome workbooks. I got them, and in addition to the books that I lost, I downloaded them. I haven't put them back into my library, my existing backup library. I'll do that. But on the bright side, I found an awesome collection of reading books for Bobby and Wataqua and everybody, and I was missing that really super awesome. I always had so many awesome books, but I really wanted to straighten the children's literature section, like from reading for fun, and I hit the jackpot. I managed to find this obscure little Russian forum group where they just have awesome quality electronic books for kids. So I will devour that, and I have to draw the line because I can't, I have to go out and get other jobs, and I have a mission that I'm on, and I don't have the full holiday what I had last week to enter in the data, so that's why it really hurts to lose data. And the whole reason I bought that Samsung One TV was to have a safer, because with that other hard drive too had some errors a little bit. I didn't want to put any important data on it, and I swear I was going to make a backup copy, and I was going to distribute my library to everybody in the next week and a half. If this would have happened a week and a half later, it would be no big deal. But just the timing was terrible. So I got to make it through this morning here, real tired, and I got to go see these kids. We're going out here in sugarcane, and it's where we ride the bike every day, right? And I got to go, and I got to do a good job with these kids here, and oh, chicken, ducks back there. So I'm sick. You just got to do this right and do the best I can. I'm worried about Wataqua. I'm worried about these people must have took him because he's autistic and cut his body up and sold his organs. That's a very big worry in China, and I haven't seen him. And I went to the police and I told them all about it, and I just hope he comes to speedy recovery home. I've been through such tragic situations every year that I've become withered, and I have soft hands and a leathery, I don't know, I was going to say heart. If I didn't have a heart, I would just run away. Look at that, it's so pretty, huh? A good time to look when we're riding, right? Sugar cane, right? So I get worried about my son, and I really want to just tell him that I love him and pull out a little bit, I hope wherever he's at, because it's been cold and the weather's changing. I hope he's cool. I was thinking about starting a GoFundMe site to raise funds if anybody wants to help me get to America with my kids, but I know that's my responsibility. I'm not trying to be a beggar or something, right? But I know that's a popular thing in the West, I guess. So anyways, yeah, that's the news. I got so much more, but I'm so tired. Sorry, I didn't want to be so downer. Just picture me all the time. But stay tuned, and we will find out more. And I'll catch you guys later on. Sorry about the bad quality of the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Stay safe, and hit the subscribe button, like button. I'll probably see you, though. I'll probably continue this video. See you later. Okay, I'm in the third period now. It's now nearly 10.
this
OK, OK. 谢谢。我司机放在我的电脑里面。Thank you, thank you. And this is what we're teaching today. I'm teaching about talking about their daily routine and their government-issued school books. So I have to follow their curriculum a little bit more than what I like. But hey, come here. So I make a mind map, and I use Cherry Tree, and this is our screen, what they're practicing. 我刚刚跟你说4个人一起说话 4 people working together, okay? Open your mouth. I'm going to ask you questions, okay? So why don't we go around and ask some students some questions? 你给他们一起说话 okay? Practice with the boy here, okay? Please tell me. Hi. Can you tell me what grade are you in?
10.
What? 10. Okay. What grade are you in? Question number 2.
I am class 3.
I'm in.
I am class 3.
Look at number 2. In
And class 337.
Well, look at here. Look at page 17. Where's page 17? He says, 看在这里，在你的书里面。What do you say? I am a junior high school student. I love going to work. Okay? So, it doesn't say here. I thought it says his grade. We could say I'm in the 7th grade, right? Okay? How about you, sir? What are you into? Number 5. Malashi need a biji band. Huh? Wishma mail biji band chintin. There's no notebook today, right? Wishma medai. Nine. Where is it at? Huh? Well, 9. Do I need a course in the classroom? Is it in the classroom? Teacher. No notebook. Tameo Vijiban. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So, please tell me, are you a morning person? Number 6. Yes? So, where's your book? Look at page 17. He says, in the morning, we usually, so, what do you do in the morning? In the morning, I Niyogama. In the morning, I play computer games. Yeah, maybe. Don't play them too much, right? Okay, and I have to practice with the students and check their English a little bit. And I'm tired, and I'm worried about Paul Takwa. He's these kids' age, actually, so it's very close. I hate when I'm working and I'm not there at home, and they come in and see kids the exact same age as him and know that he might be dead somewhere in a river missing his organs. It's very stressful. I got to put on my happy teacher face. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm on the bus right now, and it was really tough to make it through that last class, but let me tell you, it was very tough. And I had a fight for the last 2 classes. 30 minutes of sleep, 40 minutes of sleep. I remember when I was younger, I couldn't do that. I couldn't handle it. I remember once I drove from Texas to Colorado with my ex-wife, and we did it in like record time, like 12 hours or something. I didn't sleep, and I had to sleep the next day instead of enjoying Colorado. And then when I remember in Germany, I used to remember that if I didn't sleep properly, that I couldn't make any decisions because my mind was just crazy. But after years and years of practice here in China, I now got to the point where it's so frequently that I don't sleep a day a week, and that I go to work the next day without sleep, that I seem to be conditioned for it. Went to the countryside here a little bit. I seem to be conditioned for it. However, I'm not Superman, and it's having an effect on my body. Really, it is. I cannot deny. Like my feet are killing me. I mean, my legs are weak. Blood clots. If I don't go to sleep really quick, then I know that tomorrow I probably won't walk. I could barely walk yesterday. But I haven't heard from Qualtaqua. I haven't heard from the police. And the police don't like you to call them at all. And I wonder, my intuition is to go look in every hospital around my house to see if he's in the hospital and conscious. The problem with that is, if I do that, I may just have a blood clot and die. I mean, I may die doing that, or after I do that, I will be out of commission. So I'm trying to make a decision here to what would be the wise thing to do, to soldier on, to try to find my son to see if he's dying somewhere, or to sleep for some hours, then go out. This isn't YouTube Live though, is it? Can't really find out what to do. The police don't like to talk. I mean, in China you can't call for any customer service at all. Right? I don't know, man. I'm worried. You know, this is not the first time I've been worried badly. It's coming up on the longest time Qualtaqua ever been away, and I'm running through evil scenarios of what could have happened to him in my head. I wish. You know, his mom doesn't even call me and ask if I found him. She don't give that much of a fuck, right? My wife is never able to do anything difficult. I asked her to go to the hospital, but it's hard with the kids. For her, for me, I could do it with the kids. I could take the 3 kids to every hospital. You know, right now I'm so tired. If I was to read on my phone, reading is something you shouldn't do when you're really tired. Like sleep deprivation, that will cause you to fall asleep very quickly. And you know, when you sit here and you read the news, you're in this high-risk situation where you feel like somebody's death is imminent. It's hard to read the news and just pretend like everything's happening in the world normally. I have a lot of stress lately. Yesterday my wife asked me what I would do if I find his dead body. You know, because he came home and I said, like, Bobby said he saw him walking home with some guys, and I said, well, what are you going with these guys? It's better than doing your schoolwork? And he said, so, oh, these guys are nicer than you are, and some shit. I said, well, why don't you hang out in front of the house a little bit more and think about that guy? I was going to let him in a couple of minutes. But his autism thing took it really too seriously, and the opposite happened. So is it on me? My wife asked me how I would feel if I find his dead body. And I told her last night after after all day of troubles. Look at this bus rolling backwards. I wonder if the bus is going to hit the car. After all our troubles, all the troubles I had yesterday, and I had a tough, like, I don't know if I have the energy to cry. It's randomly so many times, and I can't. Of course, though, when I think about that little boy, and I've done so much shit over the years to try to help him. A lot of people are rightfully second guessing me. I mean, I second guess myself a lot. I've made the effort in so many different ways to have things happen differently. At the minimum, I maintain the status quo, though, which is a victory. If one of my 3 children had died, I'm realistically worried there's not more deaths every day. Like, my wife is just like, we got these tile floors in China, like ridiculous in our human environment. They're quite dangerous. I bought carpet, and carpet doesn't work in China because it's way too humid in the regional wrap for carpet. And I bought plastic and I slip stuff down, and my wife just trashed it out. So our bathroom's really dangerous, slippery with sharp edges everywhere. And my wife puts my youngest son up on the shelf on the wash basin, and I'm afraid he's gonna fall off and crack his head. And I'm just, a million times a day I tell my wife, like, I catch my wife doing things that are just like common sense and dangerous. Like, you don't do that with kids, so I'm always worried. I don't know. When my mom, or when my wife was cycling with the bipolarness, she would call me and say, "Oh, come get your son, he's bloody, you need to take him to the hospital." And I was in the middle of my classes at Penny Polytechnic College, and I couldn't leave. I had to wait till the end of the classes to go home, and that was pretty crazy. She's throwing him away. She's throwing him out of the house before when she was cycling when he was 7 or 8, and he ended up 40 kilometers in the train station, in the police station there. That hasn't happened for a long time, But she didn't kick him out though this time. This time she wasn't in the wrong. She was actually been stable. And I know that this is directly a response of years and years of living in a tough situation. That doesn't mean that I haven't tried, and I did not abuse him myself, and I tried my very best to help maintain the situation and save everybody's life and take care of my wife, take care of my children, and not throw anybody overboard, And this may be the day that I lost, right? Very tired. You never know. So I go to the police station, get on the police to get a policeman. They asked me everything. They were more interested in why is a foreigner in China so long than where's my son is. I don't want to open cans of worms with them. The longer I don't sleep, the worse my logical reasoning gets. I make mistakes and I overlook things. That's also a very big danger in my sleeping. Reluctantly, I think I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Isn't this fun? This is like the vlog of fun, huh? I've done so much for Call Taco. Like, you guys wouldn't believe the stories. Even before he was born. So much. I'm not like my dad. That's what kind of made me upset with my son, because like, I don't know why I got kicked out of the house when I was 14. I have no idea. Nobody ever told me. I guess my stepmother saved me. But I never kicked my own children out of my house. And I would never, I'm opposite of my dad. I tell my kids I love them all the time. So whenever you come in, and I'm like the complete opposite. So for him to run away like that, I know he's autistic though. I know he's adolescent. Makes me angry a little bit. So. Alright, I got massive head cold and my feet are killing me. So I will see you guys when I see you, okay? So much, I kept nodding off. Those words got lost in my head. Everywhere I go, I'm looking to see if I see him anywhere. And I'm worried about him. I think I gotta go home and go to bed, or I'm just gonna pass out on the floor. Have a heart attack. I've got a lot of practice looking. Right now I just think I'm trying to reel that in. You gotta get rest. I'm no good to nobody if I'm dead. I got 2 other kids to do this. Construction site there. Is he? Where is he? Once he ran away for 2 days, and I found him sleeping the next morning in the telephone office up here. Just found him in that shop right there. Soy chichi. Hey, 你们看我的大儿子有没有？As soon as you saw my oldest child.
自拍的是吧？
哎呦，在 YouTube vlogger。Pay the guy and I'll see you guys later.